We're looking for people that are looking for us. So I'm really looking for people that I can actually help. I didn't want to go through that pain again. I was like, it was just too intense for me. I don't want to go there. Even though that pain was making me a better version of myself.
So who copied who?
They sound the same, but they're different. I know.
So
they're both French.
Which one came out first?
Louis Vuitton did.
That one.
Yes.
This guy's a poser.
That's his name.
La, 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 la. Get it right, get it right, get it right, and get it tight. He's not a singer, but he is a rapper, wholesaler, realtor. Joel's got the keys. Join me this week as we take a little trip down memory lane on bullying, weight loss, what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. We talk about his music, his amazing legs. Louis Vuitton. I guess they're two different things. Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Keep swinging, and we'll see you on the next one. Ignore the fucking dogs in the background. La 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 la. I love you. Ta-da! Deuces.
I like your guys' new office.
Oh, you haven't been here, huh?
I know, I haven't.
Do you? Whatever. See you, my man.
What are we talking about, dude?
Bitches. It's funny, this guy, he asked me the same thing. I'm like, bitches, and he's like super religious. He's like, I'm like, I'm kidding.
That's so funny.
What do you want to talk about, man?
Honestly, dude, I don't know. I'm just gonna let you lead.
Yeah. So for me, honestly, like all this stuff is just chit-chatting with people. Some people have a theme, you know, like with their podcast or whatever it is that they're trying to push out. But for me, it isn't. You know, if there is a message that you want to convey, then, you know, we do that.
Yeah. I picked a good shirt for the background. It matches very well.
You want to change?
I think it looks really good.
And I picked yellow for you.
Oh, nice.
Mr. The Light.
Love it.
Alexa, off. I'll pull that in towards you.
It's nice.
And,
Rock and roll, motherfuckers.
All right, let's do it.
Fuck, I'm tired. So anyways, let's talk about this damn lady. If you want to talk about it. But the people that don't respect your time, it's hard because you're trying to help them. That's the first genuine intent.
Yeah.
Obviously. And then you said she had a situation where there was a family emergency. Like, okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And then the other 3 times, like, no excuses, really?
No, there was 2 family emergencies.
Pull it closer to you.
Yeah, so there was 2 family emergencies.
Here, let me get you all 6. Because you're leaning back. So.
Oh, okay. I'm leaning back like Fat Joe. I think that was a Fat Joe.
you're good.
Yeah, so the first 2 times was family emergencies. Her grandmother had passed away the first time, and then the second time, her husband, I don't know what happened. I didn't ask, but he was in the hospital for about a week. So I completely understand, you know. But the last 2 times, it just felt like the second time the third time, she didn't have the decency to at least text me, because I texted her a few times, called her, didn't let me know until like days later. Oh, I got busy. I just completely forgot. Like, okay, we kind of had it scheduled for a week now. Like, I don't know. And then I'm thinking too, well, maybe she's just not serious about selling her house. I don't know.
Is it like a referral or like a cold client?
We got this one from cold calling, I believe. Yeah, came in through cold calling.
What's the difference between you, I don't know, 10 years ago and how you would have handled her then versus how you handle her now?
10 years ago? I haven't been in real estate that long, but
no. But just, I mean, it doesn't matter. I think handling people.
I think that, so like, kind of like I told you when we were in the restroom having a conversation.
Yeah, we stood next to each other.
Yeah,
you know, it's like all these rooms.
when we were in the restroom. Yeah, so I think that back in the day, I probably would have kept following up with her and trying to meet with her because I didn't respect my time. I feel now though that because I have tried to meet with her 4 times, And so when I first met her, it was a long time ago. And then we were talking, we had really good rapport, and then she ghosted me for months. And then I got her back on the hook because I guess just, life circumstances changed where she actually wants to sell now. Her husband wants to sell. So I've been following up with her because she seems really serious and genuine, and I felt like I could really help her. But I just feel that probably the way I would have handled it 10 years ago is I'd keep following up, because I didn't really have respect for my time.
Yeah.
But like today, I have a jam-packed day. Like I was supposed to meet with her, and then I was supposed to meet with you, and I have like 2 other potential listings. So I'm like on the go, and I want to make sure that I'm dealing with people that are serious. And I got this from Kim. If you see this,
Hi, Kim.
I got this from a girl named Kim. She says I got into like life insurance for like 3 months, and then I was like, this ain't for me. I like real estate. It was back in the day, and I got it from her though. And what they say at their company is we're looking for people that are looking for us. So I'm really looking for people that I can actually help. And if they don't feel like they need my help, then I'm not going to keep pursuing it.
Yeah, I think that's what we were talking about in the restroom as we were playing footsies. It was one of those restrooms, like an airport restroom. So I think that where we get a lot of our clients is in the follow-up,
Mm,
right? How often do you follow up? Are you that person that follows up?
yeah, I'm aggressive, dude.
Right.
I call them every day. Sometimes
And
twice.
right. So that's the thing, right? So you've said you're interested. You've opened the door.
Yeah.
I'm calling you,
Yeah.
right? So it's like call, text, email. That's what we do. Call, text, email. Depending on the level of interest, there's different ways that we would follow up. But we had a meeting, Mike, like the team and another team earlier this week, and one of the other Dan, what's up, man? Shout out to Dan.
Hey, Dan.
He said, normally it's like 7 to 11 follow-ups that you're doing.
Yeah.
Like that's how many contacts that you have to do normally, especially right now with what's going on, let's say in the real estate market or any type of sales. But the other piece that I asked you in the restroom was like, trust your gut,
Yeah.
right? So it's trust your gut. And if you're already feeling a certain way, where it's like, okay, well, it's been 4 times, but in reality, it's only been 2 times, right? Because the other 2 were emergencies.
Yeah.
But then if that person is not respectful of your time, it's to understand, okay, well, I'm going to continue to follow up because it's in my process and it's like my normal things that I need to do, my normal practices. But I'm also not going to drop something to go after this client that's already ditched me 2 times. And the way that I would equate it is to a relationship.
Yeah.
Right? Like meaning like, okay, a chick tells you like, yo, my mom died. I'm like, fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Yo, my dad's in the hospital. Like, oh, dude, I get it.
Yeah.
But then, like, the second time you're just like, oh, I fucking forgot. And then they ghost you. It's like, wait, what the fuck?
I probably wouldn't even follow up after the first time. I'm like done.
What the?
I'm like,
you know what I'm
outta here.
saying? So it's a balance that we have to try to find.
Yeah.
But I also agree with you that you have to be respectful of your time. It's happened to me before. Like, let's say we're shooting a podcast. Oh, I forgot. And it's like, I'm planning these like way in advance. Like if I have an opening, then I have an opening, cool. But I've prepped everything. I got everything ready. Like, do you know how much fucking money you just wasted of me because of how much I make per hour?
Yeah.
And next time you try to just jump in, it is not going to happen. It's going to happen again on my own time because you were disrespectful to my family.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, that's what it is. My family, that's why we do what we do for business and all that stuff. So disrespectful of your child, of your shoes, of your shirt. Fuck that lady. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. So
I like your sense of humor. You make me laugh a lot.
people too serious, man. People too serious.
Oh.
And we're not in a boardroom meeting or anything like that.
Yeah, I agree.
So what time you got to get out of here? I want to make sure that.
I'd say I could probably be here like an hour and a half, whatever. It's really up to you. I don't have to be out. Yeah, I have time in my day.
Okay. So what you been up to, man?
I've really just been up. Well, I've been up to a few things. I've been
Besides showing your legs on Instagram.
Oh, you noticed that?
Oh, hell yeah. I've been seeing those little, those little dumplings coming through.
That's funny. Yeah. Should I reveal my secrets?
Hey, man, you reveal as much as you want. People are hating on me because of my hickeys right now, so I don't give a fuck. Reveal as much as you want.
I like this guy. I like this guy. No. I actually saw that when I was coming in. I was like, I think that's a hickey. I was like, no, it's probably a tattoo. I saw it again at a different angle. I was like, I think that's a hickey. I was like, is he really going to go on camera like that? I was like, well, if he doesn't care, I don't care. So we're here.
But you can see him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cupping. So I have.
Oh, is it cupping?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were hickeys.
No, dude. No. I'm like, do you really think I'm like a third grade? Wait. I don't know. Whenever you start giving yourself
probably in junior high.
That's fifth grade.
No, that's like grade. 7th, 8th. Okay. I don't know. I started that stuff late. Like I was probably in high school. I was probably after high school.
Yeah. So like, no. It's cupping. Cupping. Yeah, they're perfect circles. Like who has that big of a mouth?
Well, I wasn't like analyzing your neck to like look at the shape. And
So, what are your secrets, man?
Yeah. So, no, I really have been working on my legs. The reason why is because I run. So the last I did a half marathon in Washington D.C. and I did pretty good. I think I ran like an hour and 45 or hour and 48 minutes, and I was trying to get like my time before that I did in Hawaii was like hour and 53. I'm trying to get down to an hour and 30 now
for 13 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was like at the end, it was so painful, and it was just like full like mental game. I was like, I gotta push through this to hit my time. But so from that moment on, I dedicated to getting my legs stronger. But then I don't know. I mean, I guess I do know what happened. I stopped running for a while. I think because it's like I got scared. It's because I was like becoming better than I had ever been at running, and I was getting in better shape, but it was like a self-sabotage where I wasn't ready for what I was becoming, so I stopped running. It was weird, and I blamed it on like I had injuries, but I know my injuries probably weren't that bad. So anyways, fast forward this year, I really started focusing on strengthening my legs because where I live, there's a lot of hills, so I just run on the hills and lifting more weights, and now like I'm able to run faster, I'm able to run longer. I did take a break from running again though, just because I got like really bad ankle pain, so I'm like letting my ankle heal, but I'll be back on it. But yeah, and I've also been, this is my secret, I've been taking protein, and people had been telling me forever, you need to take protein. I didn't. So now I'm eating a lot of protein, taking protein, and I'm definitely noticing like I'm starting to get muscle in my legs. And this is the reason why I show off my legs, because fast forward, rewind a few years back, like 10 years ago, people would always make fun of me because they said, oh, you have chicken legs. And when I was a kid, they'd make fun of me because I was overweight. So it's like I was overweight, then I was too thin. I was never good enough for people. So now I'm like, I'm going to show off my legs because I don't got chicken legs no more.
Fuck this.
Exactly.
It's, running is fun, man. I love it. It is a freeing experience, and it sounds cliche, but it's the runner's high.
Yeah, for sure.
You just get into this, like, you were running and there was this, obviously, like the desert behind you, and there was this audio that you were playing in the background. I don't know what it was. I can't recall it, right?
I can't either.
People don't understand you anymore. You're in that spot of obsession and drive where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it. You will never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so fucking glad you don't, because I'm in the right fucking spot.
Oh, David Goggins.
Was it?
Yeah, it was David Goggins.
Okay. So there's this, I used to run a lot. I used to run to the beach.
Seriously wish my camera could capture how fucking amazing it is out here today. Looking at the clear beach, right there.
Then I used to bike and go swimming. So like
oh, that's good.
Yeah, do all that. And the one that I've always enjoyed the most is the running. And it's that self-talk when you're alone. I hate running with people. I don't like hiking with people. Like obviously like I can do all that stuff, but running is just you're alone. You're in your mind, you're in your thoughts. And I'm not playing loud music. I'm not playing like techno or upbeat music. It's usually like mellow, like
Really?
very slow. And as I'm running, I just feel it, and you just feel like with every stride, like you're just hearing it, and
Yeah.
you're hearing your heartbeat, and you're hearing your breathing. It's just very peaceful to me.
Mhm.
Now, the part that sucks is I ended up getting plantar fasciitis.
Oh, wow.
And the thing is, I've had it for a long time. It was just never diagnosed. Like, even now, dude, like, literally every day I walk. Like, it's not like I do something and then I get pain. It's like I'm walking around with pain, period.
Hmm.
It hurts really, really bad. There's a certain section on the top of my foot, which is not the plantar fasciitis, but the top of my foot that feels completely bruised.
Huh.
Like tender to the touch, like it feels like a needle's being poked.
That's weird.
And so when someone tells me that they're running and I fucking watch those videos, I love it. You know, it's like peaceful. And then the other part is protein. You have to have protein, obviously. You're getting older, you know. You got to have your protein intake.
Yeah.
And you got to work on like your muscles. Like we get older and things come more brittle.
Yeah.
You got to work out, you know. So that's a plus. But why do you think you were sabotaging yourself? Like what do you mean by that? Like you were getting too good and just being afraid of getting too good? Or what do you like what was your hang up in regards to that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when I first started like losing more weight, like a few years ago, I noticed one day I got in my car and I put my seatbelt on, and my seatbelt felt completely different. It's like it just fit me.
You
a little.
woke up skinny?
No, like it's just.
Like you ever wake up fat? You're like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I woke up fat before. No, it was like the first day I noticed. I was like, oh man, this feels different. And I think that my identity was so tied to being this overweight child that when I started to lose that weight, I felt like I was losing a part of myself. It scared me. And so I started eating unhealthy again. I started drinking more again. I stopped working out as much. And so that was like the first time I noticed that I like self-sabotage myself. So with this time, when I started getting good at running, it's like I was scared of like that pain that I was feeling on that in Washington DC, that race. It's like I didn't want to go through that pain again. I was like, it was just too intense for me. I don't want to go there, even though that pain was making me a better version of myself, and I needed to go through that pain to become the next level of who I am. And I think I was just scared to step into that, no pun intended. And so I stopped running.
I think sometimes when we've been to a certain place and we know what it takes to get to that place, it's exactly that. To say, fuck, I know what it takes to stay here.
Yeah.
And I know what it takes to go to the next level. Do I really want to put myself in that position or in that pain? Right?
Yeah.
So I hear you. So you were a fat kid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've seen pictures of you as a fat kid.
Yeah, I don't have any, or I would like bring them out right now and show you. I mean, I have, at my mom's house.
No, I've gone through your Instagram, so I don't see them there.
Oh, well, I made my Instagram. I made that account in like 2016 or 2017.
Uh-huh.
So I was already, actually, if I were to show you a picture of what I actually looked like when I started my Instagram account, you'd probably be like blown away, because like I don't have any like shirtless pictures on there. But like I was like very fat. I remember that's actually when I started losing weight again, because I had just got into real estate, and I was wearing like collared shirts, and my shirts didn't even fit me anymore. Like my neck was like suffocating, and I was like, dude, I've gotten too fat.
How much were you weighing?
I probably at that, I know you guys are gonna laugh, I probably weighed like 175.
Okay.
But because it's not a lot of weight, right? But I just like,
but in your head you thought,
yeah, and I was
fat.
chubby. Like if I show you a picture of me, like I'm fat, like I by no means was in shape. And it was just a lot of just drinking. It was like it was all like beer weight. So yeah, and growing up too, like I think this is something interesting to talk about. So when I was a kid, I was overweight, and it really messed with my like self-image, I guess. Because like when I would go into the restroom to change for like sports or whatever, I had like man boobs, and so kids would make fun of me, or they would like hit my boobs.
Titties.
Yeah, they would say like you've got titties, you've got tits and stuff like that. And it really hurt my feelings. It made me like really insecure, you know, cuz I felt like I'm a boy, I'm changing, you know, hormones and stuff like that, but they're calling me like I look like a woman. And so for literally years, I would not take my shirt off in front of people. I go swimming, like I would always wear a shirt. Even when I like started, I don't know if I'm getting like too personal now, like even when I would have like encounters with women, like I felt like very uncomfortable to like reveal myself. That sounds funny.
Nah, man. You don't want to rub titties with them.
Yeah.
It's now let me ask you this. I like the fact that you're laughing because this is the part
That's
that
so funny.
people are too sensitive, I think, nowadays.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
And so I got bullied,
Mm.
right? My brother's, well, no. My brother Diego says he really didn't get bullied. Mike got bullied. I got bullied. And there's a difference between, I think, it's how you take it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that you're laughing because I think it should be humorous, right? And if you can't laugh at yourself or a situation, then it's like, damn, dude, maybe you haven't done your work yet, right? You're taking
Yeah.
it like too personal.
That's a great point.
So you didn't want to take your shirt off for a long time, but this was like in high school, middle school.
That was in elementary, where that like the bullying started. But then like I didn't even take my shirt off, you know, into high school. I think the first time like my best friends ever see me without a shirt was in 2020, which was 3 years ago, which is when I really started like starting to love myself more and accept myself more. And then I just kind of stopped caring.
Yeah.
And also too, I always had this like identity of like I'm a cool guy. And I always wanted to look cool. I don't know if it's because I think my grandpa programmed me that way. Not that it was a bad thing, but he would always just say like I'm cool, like I'm a cool guy. So that was my identity. So I always felt like, oh, I have to be this cool guy. I have to look good. And if I take my shirt off, I'm not going to look good. And then people are not. There's going to be like a dissonance there. And so
Like
yeah,
a disconnect.
yeah.
Like as if like you're one of those girls that wears the fajas and then you take her home. You're like, what the fuck? There's a little disconnect here.
Man, don't even get me started on that.
It's funny, dude. This other day, maybe like a month ago, I saw this big dude. Like he's a big guy.
Yeah.
You know, not 170 pounds, not 180 pounds. Like he's like in the twos, like, you know, and like way up in the twos. But he's modeling, dog. He's just like, you know, taking all
Yeah.
these like pictures and super confident, and like the ladies are just loving on him
Yeah.
on Instagram. I'm sorry, on TikTok. And I'm laughing because he's very like over the top. Like he's just kind of like leaning in on it. And to me, it's like laughing at the appreciation of how much he loves himself, but like in a good way,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, damn, dude, there's a lot of chicks that like big dudes. A lot of chicks that like big
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah.
You know, they're chubby chasers, and like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of guys that I know that are chubby chasers, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
Yeah. No.
like that's a preference. It's the same like if you were to like a blonde versus a brunette. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's not a matter of who likes you, it's whether do you like yourself or not.
Mm.
Right? So it's like that work that I think it's like the internal work, but also needs to match the outside sometimes. And sometimes once you match the outside, then it ends up matching like the inside.
Yeah.
And to say it's like, oh, I'm a cool guy, but yeah, if I take off my shirt, I don't feel good. But the other piece that I tell people, it's like you look how you look because you want to look that way. Like if you're skinny, you should eat, right? If you want muscles, just work out. If you want to lose weight, eat less.
Yeah.
These are all choices that we control
Exactly.
for most.
Yeah.
Right? There are
Yeah.
some of us that have medical conditions. I get it. And it's a challenge. But you choose how you look. You choose how you dress. You choose how you present yourself. And if you're not willing to work on yourself and people are bullying you, like you can't control them. They're going to do what they do.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, you took off your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
How did that feel?
I don't think I remember what it felt like because I had probably been drinking.
Yeah.
um
You're like, we're going streaking.
but yeah, no, I mean I felt a little uncomfortable, and then I think I stopped caring.
Acceptance.
Yeah, like I just didn't care anymore.
But what did you care about before? Like you cared about.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't want to be made fun of. Maybe I didn't want to be known as a fat person. Not that there's anything wrong. I don't want to like offend anyone, you know. But for me, that wasn't acceptable. And
Yeah.
so it's like, and when I just said that was like key. What I said, it wasn't acceptable. I wasn't accepting myself,
Yeah.
you know. And it was so bad, honestly, that like I wouldn't even want to take my shirt off in front of my son, who was a little kid, because I thought, oh, he's gonna see his dad as a fat dad. Like that's how bad it was. And it's something I've really had to work on. And I've never talked about this before.
Oh wow.
This is the first time. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. I don't even know how it came up.
I don't either. But it's I think that what you're struggling with, or what you did struggle with, um, others struggled with it too. It's
Yeah.
self-identity.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, Angelica, yesterday, where we went to a wedding, and she goes, "Hey, I like this look."
Hmm.
She goes, "You've grown into yourself." What the fuck are you talking about? I'm always been handsome. And she's like, "Dude, I got some dorky ass pictures of you." I'm like, "I'm still fucking dorky." Right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm still a nerd and fucking around, and sometimes I weird shit. And she goes, "No, but this is a good version of you." And I said, "Look, man, if someone tells me I love your mustache, don't shave it, I will immediately go shave it
Hmm.
because I've accepted change." Right? Like this whole thing that, you know, last time Thomas and I, it's like I shaved my head, right?
Yeah.
So I had beautiful fucking locks of hair, long ass fucking hair, but I had to accept as you grow, you change.
Yeah.
And your body changes, and there's only so much that you can control physically. Like life's gonna fucking just be like, here you go.
Yeah.
And so with the piece that you had to do as far as like the internal work and the outer work for both of them to match, it took a long time. And then 3 years ago, finally you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And now you feel good about yourself, or there's still things that
I'm getting better. I still struggle with it slightly. I'm definitely getting better, but the way that I'm getting better, and I don't know if I'm handling this the right way or not, is by working out and getting in better shape. And I've noticed recently, like when I walk into a room, I feel a lot more confident because like my posture's changed. I'm a little more erect. My shoulders sit back a little further, and I just feel a lot better. And again, I don't know if that's the proper way to handle it, you know, but that's what's been working for me. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I don't like going to parties or events or nightclubs or anywhere for that fucking matter. Um, and feeling that I don't look on point.
Yeah.
And I think 9 times out of 10 I look on point.
Hmm.
But that one time that I don't, that I feel frumpy, I will fucking leave. I'm like, I don't feel good. I don't
Yeah.
look good. Like, I'm in my own head, right? I'm in my own head. And, or even if I come to work and I just throw on an outfit or something, and there's just something about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I gotta get the fuck out of here, because how I feel inside, like based on like what I'm wearing or, you know, whatever, it affects my emotion and how I go throughout my day. Now, the other piece is, I've been to shows, you know, live filming.
Yeah.
The camera does add pounds. Like, it's legit. I've seen the person behind the camera and then the camera shooting them, and I can see the screen.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, dude, there's a big difference.
Hmm.
So I think everybody gets to pick and choose. And as long as you love yourself and feel good about yourself, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't match Like, you're outside for the rest of the world. At the end of the day, you should match your outside to how you feel inside.
Yeah.
And I feel fucking good. And
That-
I'm glad you feel better.
Yeah.
But it's also work.
Yeah, it
right?
is.
It's also work of the life. Like, we fucking change, man. And that's just part of it. We just gotta accept it.
Yeah.
Look at all those grays. Look at all these, grays. Like, and some people diet. Okay, cool. Diet. Be like Chente. And so fucking, you're a 7-year-old guy with white. You got no white hairs?
That's funny.
Okay. But he looks in the mirror or he did look in the mirror and he felt good.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. Right?
Yeah.
So, is it better now? Do you feel like you're imparting something more of value to your son now that you feel more comfortable in who you are?
I don't know.
Has it made you a better dad to love yourself more, to be more comfortable with yourself, or is it just like that's something just separate?
I think maybe it has, but I'm not really aware of it. If that's the case, it's something that I'll probably contemplate. But yeah, because I think I've always been pretty like open with my son, and I'm a pretty vulnerable person, and when it comes to like sharing my emotions and stuff like that, I'm a pretty open person. So I don't think it's impeded me. I just like I feel more comfortable around him. Like I can.
How
Like,
old is he?
he's 7. Yeah, so I can just like be myself. Like I don't have to have a shirt on.
Yeah.
I can walk around in my underwear. Get dressed. I don't have to go close the door and get dressed by myself. Like it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. That's what you used to do before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
But I mean, you worked on it, right? And you're working on your legs too.
I'm working on my legs too.
What are you doing? Like the what are these called?
I'm doing these.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I thought that would look funny.
Presses?
That's why I did that. Yeah,
Like
I do
the leg
those.
presses?
You know what I do too? The prone leg curl, where you lay on your stomach and you lift. Those are hard, dude.
Oh, and then you curl back on the back, the hamstring.
Yeah, I'm getting
Those
strong on
hurt.
those. They do.
Yeah.
It's like, and the thing about legs is like, it kind of sucks. Like, it's painful,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
like, I don't know. I like putting myself through pain.
You do?
Yeah, but not like
You wanna
50
box
Shades
that
of
to
Grey,
this, or
like
what?
type of. You'd probably beat me up.
Yeah, I mean, pain is growth, right? It's like what they say, sweat leaving your body is like the tears of fat.
Oh, I've never heard that. I like that. Yeah.
It's the fat. So you like pain?
Yeah.
Like dominatrix pain, or
No,
oh.
I'm not into that at all. I like running pain, lifting weights pain. Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna try to bulk up, or you just try to just?
I don't think I ever want to get real big. Actually I do want to get a little bigger. I think really my ideal body type though is Bruce Lee. I've always looked at Bruce Lee and I really like his body type. He's very lean cut, but he's not like real big,
You grew up on Bruce Lee?
No, but I mean my dad or my grandpa would watch Bruce Lee every once in a while, and so I like that. And then one of my best friends, he's actually getting married next year. I'm going to be in his wedding, but he had like this big poster of Bruce Lee, and then I remember there was this song when I was a kid. It was by a rap group called Binary Star, and they had like this Bruce Lee sample in the beginning, and he talks about like being like water.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
I mean, like water.
Yeah, and that was like so impactful to me. I was like, wow, that was like so. I think it was like in junior high. It was like really profound. So yeah, I've always really liked Bruce Lee.
He's dope. Diego has a painting of him in his house, in his office. I was watching Bruce Lee fighting Chuck Norris recently. So Bruce Lee is, I mean, he's an icon. Like, super smart guy and super good looking guy, and he did a lot of things, and so it's just, he was dope, man. He was a dope guy
for sure.
I think a Bruce Lee body would be cool. That would just rip, man.
Yeah.
You probably be like a Chuck Norris, because Chuck Norris was hairy. You know, like he had that chest hair when he grabs this chest hair. You grew up with your grandfather living with you guys, or no?
No, so I grew up with my parents, but there was a small period of my childhood where we lived with my grandparents because we had sold our house, and then we were basically my parents moved in with them to save up some money and to build a house. So that's what we did. I think we lived with my grandparents for like 2.5 years, maybe.
Where did they live? Like what area?
In Victorville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in Apple Valley and I moved to Victorville when I was 9,
Okay.
and then I stayed there until I was like in my mid-20s.
How have you seen Victorville change since you were obviously out there eons ago?
Well, it's gotten a lot bigger, a lot more businesses. I think the kind of like growing up there, I saw the dynamics change from like it being like a very like safe and quiet place to where it became a lot more violent. Like the thing about Victorville is like you can't, at least when I was there, like in my teenage years and in my early 20s, you can't really go out and like ever feel safe because you don't know what's going to happen. Like I remember one night we went to a club, and people just started like going outside of the club, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, and we were like decided to leave. And then I saw this guy in front of me, and he was like racing to his car, and he went into his trunk and he popped his trunk open, and I'm like, what is that guy doing? And the next day I read in the newspaper that he shot someone in the face.
Oh wow.
So like things like that would start happening a lot as I like was getting older. There was another time too when we were playing ball at the park, and
You hoop? You hoop, bro?
I used to, yeah, I used to. And so these guys, they were being like really rough with my friend,
Yeah.
and like they were fouling him like really like flagrant fouls, and he got mad and he pushed him, and the dude, he like flipped out and they started fighting, and the guy was like, "Go get the burner." So the guy runs to the car, and they're going to get the gun, and there's literally like little kids in the park, like my son's age, like playing, and there's like moms, and yeah, so they go and they run to get the gun, and like everyone just dispersed, like when you see birds fly off.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude. Yeah, I mean, I have stories like it got like really violent, and yeah.
It's so two things I would say on that. That sound like fun times.
It was adrenaline for sure.
Yeah, I got a lot of fucking stories. A lot.
I bet they're probably more intense.
I just cannot say them on camera. A lot of like 99% of stories I have, I always tell you, but I cannot say on camera.
Yeah, of course.
But they're fun. Right?
Yeah.
It's an experience. It's an experience that a lot of people maybe haven't had, or a lot of suburban kids. It's suburban, right? Yeah, suburban kids haven't had.
Suburban, yeah.
And I've had a very, very interesting life. So what you're describing, I'm like, okay, yeah, like that's cool. But then the other piece is the perspective of your teenage years versus a grown-ass man,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that was the world you were in, right? Going to
Yeah.
a nightclub.
Yeah.
You're a 40-year-old man, married with kids. You're not at the nightclub and seeing someone get shot up. You're just like,
That's true.
it's
Yeah.
just a different world.
Yeah.
Because again, when I was younger, and let's say there was a lot of, got into a lot of fights,
Mm-hmm.
you would imagine that, fuck, dude, it's really violent in Rancho. No, it wasn't violent in Rancho. Who I was hanging out with was violent. My world was violent. Rancho's a safe ass city.
It's a great point.
But it's where I was at that point in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the desert, for me, man, has a special place because I love the tranquility out there.
Yeah.
The sunsets.
Sunsets are the best.
They're so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm driving and I'm like, fuck, I wish somebody else was driving because I just want to look.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing there. It's so peaceful, and then you look up in the sky
Mm-hmm.
and you see this world of lights. So going to the desert it's so much peace for me.
Yeah.
And the other thing is how much it's changed, right? Because I remember, I think when I was 19, my pops had a house in Victorville. Yeah, Bear Valley Road,
Okay.
right? And then now you go to Bear Valley Road and you're like, what the fuck? It's grown so much, like
Yeah.
all that area. And then when I go to WeRep, the new bullet train that's actually going up to Las Vegas
Mm-hmm.
has a station in Hesperia.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, well, they just got approval, I think, last month. So it's been an ongoing thing for years, but
Yeah.
obviously, it takes forever. So there's a station that's going to be here in Rancho. There's one that's going to be in Hesperia.
That's cool.
They're supposed to, from the airport in Ontario, there's going to be a connector to the train. So you just get out, like, let's say if you fly into Ontario Airport, and connect and go out. So I know that there's a lot of growth. And then the other
Yeah.
part is
It's gonna be huge.
Bakersfield. Wait, is it Bakersfield or Barstow? What's next? It's
Yeah,
Barstow.
Barstow. Yeah, Bakersfield's way up north.
It's the other side. So then Barstow is having like something to do with the actual railroad contracts, different railroad contracts. So there's a lot of money that's going towards that area, a lot of growth that's going towards that area, a lot of expansion. And I think a lot of clients go from Orange County to the IE or Riverside, affordability.
Yeah.
People move in this direction because of affordability, and then people that are here have to move in that direction.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And I remember my cousins, like, man, you live in buttfuck Egypt. There's nothing to do in Rancho. And now he just messaged me yesterday. He's like, hey, let's go to Top Golf. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, there's one here. There's none in Southgate. There's none in Long Beach.
Yeah.
So now they're starting to see that there's so much out here. Well, that's the way growth happens. Like, they can't build more there. There's no space. You got to expand, right? So the desert's a cool place, man. With your business, I guess, on this side now. What have you been doing
With my business?
Yeah, like, what are you doing now?
So I wholesale real estate.
Okay.
That's predominantly what I do. And so my business is in California, but it's also in Texas. Half of my business is in Texas. So the thing I like about wholesaling is I don't have to like physically be there and meet with people. So like the client that I was talking to you about earlier, she's in Texas. She's in Dallas. So we were going to meet on Zoom. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. I started my wholesale company in 2020 with my best friend. And we've been in business ever since then.
But you did real estate before that.
Yeah, so I was doing real estate, just like listings, and honestly, I think in my career I've maybe only done like 3 buyers. So it's mostly listings, and then I got into wholesale, and now I'm starting to do like more listings again. Like I've been prospecting for listings, so I'm kind of like doing like 50-50 because I just realized recently that I think I was leaving a lot of money on the table by kind of like neglecting my license, I guess you could say. And so I'm just trying to like make a lot of money, stack it up, because I want to do things like I want to buy real estate. I want to own real estate, and so that's kind of my goal. I'm just focused on I want to buy assets.
I think a lot of agents leave money on the table.
Yeah.
Where they take a listing and they just list it. They don't look for the buyer. Or they can't take the listing, but they don't figure out how to wholesale.
Yeah.
Or they don't purchase it themselves and become the cash buyer. Right? You guys are the forefront of most conversations with people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Obviously, all the cold calling that you do, the door knocking, you guys have MLS access. It's sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish I had that access, but I'm not going to get my real estate license.
Yeah.
Like I had my real estate license when I was 18. But for me, it's like my bread and butter is loans. Like I do loans, like the, investments, all that other stuff. Like, yeah, I can do, they're presented, or I can try to get them. But I think that's a good thing for you to say, look, I'm going to get the listing if I can. Right. But if not, then I'm gonna wholesale it, which is still a listing, but you know, on
Yeah.
a
Yeah, like a
different
different way.
spectrum. And are you having fun doing it?
Yeah, I am. I would say that there have been times that have been more fun than others, because it's a lot like owning a business is a lot like running. There's times where you're feeling that runner's high, and there's times where it's like, what the hell am I doing? This is rough.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like being a real estate agent is completely different. So like when I was an agent, my overhead was very low, and then now that I have a wholesale company, like my overhead is much higher because you really have to put money into marketing. If you don't spend money on marketing, it's going to take you either a very long time to get deals, or you're not going to get deals. So yeah, just paying for my marketing, paying for my systems, paying for workers. Like we have workers working for us and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like actually building a legitimate business. And there's been so many times where it's like up and down, or we have to like rebuild our whole systems and processes. And it's been such a great learning experience though. So I would say that yeah, even when it's rough, it's still fun just because I just kind of see like the magic and the opportunity and everything, whether it's good or bad or easy or hard.
Being a business owner is tough, man. It's really tough.
Yeah.
Nobody to fucking wake you up.
Yeah.
Nobody to tell you what to do. It's like, but it all depends on you,
Yeah.
right? The buck stops here. But one of the biggest things I tell people that, you know, are business owners or that I recognize from business owners is systems,
Hmm.
right? Systems, accountability, consistency. And so if you don't have systems, how the fuck are you going to run a restaurant?
Yeah.
Who's the opener? Who's coming in? Who's clocking out? What does the food management look like? If I'm running, a nightclub, do I have my bouncers? Do I have my staff? Do I have enough? Um, my ABC license, for example, I don't want it, dates. So there's all these metrics and things that have to go in place as a business owner. I was at the bar nightclub last night with my brothers, and I saw some tables. They were like near the dance floor. And I'm thinking, what the fuck are these tables near the dance floor? They're taking up space. So my brother's working in nightclubs. He's been a bouncer. And part of like what we were conversing about, it's like maybe there's a change with the ABC license where they have to have, because again, you have to have food,
Yeah.
right? Because you're a restaurant. You actually don't have a bar license. You have a restaurant license for liquor.
Oh.
So I think about all these things when we're analyzing how to run a business. And it's tough because you're constantly having to try to figure it out. But the biggest thing that we did in our side on the lending side was, what does the perfect loan process look like?
Yeah.
Start to finish.
Oh, that's a great question.
Like, when do I make the call? When do I get the lead? How many times do I follow up? How do I update the agent? How do I calculate income? Like, little by little by little by little. Every single fucking step written down. Like, what does the perfect process look like? And then you have to start like really tearing that apart if you want to go into the minutia of like specific actions, like who's going to enter the lead, right? Who's going to do the follow up?
Yeah.
When does it come back to me? When do I present it to an investor, right? Or how do we price it out? Because then again, someone looks at that system. Now that system's, you can replicate it.
Yeah.
You could sell it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest compliments that we get for our team is, man, you guys are so systematic. Yeah, it took years, right? Ideas from myself, from Mike, from other LOs that have worked here, other LOs in the industry, things that you have to try to adapt to make that system flow, but you also have to change it. You have to adapt.
Yeah.
And as a business owner, you can't wait for someone to tell you to change it. Yes, you can, but you should have the pulse on it.
Yeah.
You should be prepared to see like, oh shit, I'm starting to see this happening in the market. This is how we're going to prepare. This is what we're going to do before anything changes.
Yeah.
And we've done that many times. Then the market shifts, but we've already been running something that's already going to continue to produce, where others are just so fucking nonchalant about their business.
Yeah.
Don't give it the value, time, and importance that it requires, that it starts to fall apart. That's just like your chick, having her side dude because you didn't pay attention to her.
Yeah.
Like, you think you got it in the bag. No. Like, you should really try and pay attention to your business. So I know how tough that is, man. But
Yeah.
kudos to you guys for taking that leap of faith, because it's tough.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's tough. Yeah. Absolutely. You get some deals that make sense, let me know.
I will.
I know that part of you is also very artistic,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
You still rapping? You still singing, or
I rap. I don't sing.
you don't sing? You
No.
still rap?
Yeah.
Yo, check it out, check it out. They wanna know who is he, what is he about? They wanna know what he's worth, what is he amount? Is a man valued by the dollars in his bank account? Well, I don't know. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
How come I haven't seen any new music videos, or what's good with that?
Great question.
Man, I have all the fucking great questions, man. Dr. Phil or I could be the Oprah of podcast. No, you get a taco. You get
No, yeah, I've been working on music again. I took a break for a while. Also too, when I moved into my new place, I have this box and it helps me record. The microphone has to run through the box to power everything.
Mhm.
So my box, it wasn't working. And so I don't know why I guess my mind just wasn't there to create music. So I didn't buy a new box. Even though I had the money, I was just like, I'm not going to buy one. So I just sat on it for almost 2 years. And I bought a new box recently, and I've been recording again almost every day. Even if it's not something that I'm going to use, I'm making sure that I'm writing and I'm practicing my recording skills. And I am in the process right now of creating. I call it an album because I feel like it grabs people's attention more, but it's really a mixtape. It's not an album.
What's the difference?
I think for me, the way that I look at it nowadays, because a mixtape has changed so much over time, like people don't really make mixtapes anymore. I think a mixtape now it's like an album, but it's less serious. It's like, okay, this is not the actual album. This is not what I'm putting, even though I am putting all my time, attention, and effort into it. But yeah, I'm working on a project and we're creating it from the ground up. So all original music and everything like that. And I've just been working on that. And that's pretty much all. Yeah, so I don't have product to offer the market yet, but I'm working on it.
That's cool, man. It's a good outlet.
Yeah, it is.
I think one day I'm gonna challenge myself to record something.
You should.
Yeah, I've said it many times. Like I've said, I'm gonna record a movie.
Mhm.
Right, I'm gonna film something, maybe like a short film. But I'm also going to learn to play the guitar enough to put out something, even if
Yeah.
it's a cover,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Even if it's just a cover in my own style. I said, I've heard many people with shitty ass voices, make it.
Yeah.
And I like proving people either wrong or proving to myself that I can fucking do it too.
Yeah.
Even though it might not be my passion,
Yeah.
but I know I'm talented enough to just fucking, like, look, that's how easy it is. I would never, I don't think I would ever pursue it as a career because it's just, again, it's just not my thing, right?
Yeah.
But just to again, things that I want to check off my list. I used to hang out with a friend of mine. A lot of those stories that I can't share full details on here, but we used to go to his ranch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it used to be like 2:00 in the morning. And my brother would probably be playing the drums or guitar. And my friend would be, slapping the stand-up bass. So it's like rockabilly, psychobilly music, or 80s music.
Yeah.
And since I can't play a fucking instrument, I'd be the idiot that would sing.
Okay.
And so I think I have the chops to be able to sing. I don't have the chops to necessarily write a song. I think I can learn how to play the guitar rather easy. Well, no, hell no, it's not fucking easy. But people who create music, I appreciate that because I know it's tough, but it's also an outlet. It's a great outlet. It's almost like a diary or like journaling. Like you're putting your thoughts to something.
Yeah, you are.
It's I just rapping is just so fucking hard. I can't do that shit. I just can't. So Um, anything that you'd like to share with your audience? Anything that you want to talk about that's top of mind?
Hmm.
Oh, well, let me ask you about your bling bling.
Yeah, this right here. Can you
Mhm.
guys see it?
Yeah, what's that?
I actually got this in it's called La Bufadora
Okay.
in Mexico. Have you ever been there?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Um,
Is it La Bufadora? La Bufadora. Is it it's not in TJ, right?
it's past, so it's like past Ensenada.
Okay.
Yeah, so I funny story. So should I say that? Yeah, whatever. I currently don't have health insurance.
Mhm.
And so I had some like really bad pain on my teeth. So I went to Mexico to like get my teeth worked on, and I've been going there a lot to have my teeth worked on because my goal is next year. I'm going to go to Colombia and I'm going to get veneers. So I've been getting my teeth worked on. So I'd been going back and forth, and
Like a grill? Like
no, I'm gonna have like just like it's gonna be like
like white teeth.
teeth. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah. No, I'm not
okay,
gonna
yeah.
get like diamonds or anything
Oh
or
my
gold.
shit.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I'm getting those. So I went down there, and when I was in the area, I went here to this place, and this guy had he had like crystals and sage and Palo Santo, and I saw this, and I was like, that is cool. It looks powerful. So I was like, I'm gonna take this with me.
Was
And
it did he said it had a certain meaning behind it?
no, he didn't.
No.
He just had it, and I bought it. I don't know. It feels powerful.
It does. It looks powerful.
I don't know. I like it.
You look like Henry Cavill, just a darker version.
I don't
from
know
The
who that
Witcher.
is. I need
The
a.
Witcher? Superman? Oh my god, I'm gonna punch you after this.
Is that the new Superman?
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He plays The Witcher on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, he does well, he's a mutant.
So am I.
Yeah, I think we all are, right? Yeah, he's a mutant. It's a cool show. Yeah, but do you with that gemstone, right? Is it like do you find meaning in like esoteric is that how you say esoteric stuff? Because
Mhm.
that's kind of like esoteric
Yeah.
type things, right?
Yeah.
Do you find meaning in that stuff or more religion or more internal stuff like or is it a combination or
That's a great question again. Yeah, so I had this conversation with my mother the other day. So since I was like a young kid, I've always been like a very deep thinker. I'm like a part-time philosopher, and yeah, so I've always questioned like the meaning of life, and like what is like the right religion and stuff like that. So when I got into like college, I started studying like all the different religions. I read the Quran, I read the Bhagavad Gita, and the Bible, of course. And so for me, I told my mom the other day, I feel like I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, or if you guys have ever seen the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's called The Life of Pi.
yeah.
And so I love that movie because I feel like I am Pi. Because Pi, he's a Hindu, but he really falls in love with Christianity, and then he really identifies more as a Christian, but he falls in love with Islam. And so he's like this Islamic Christian, and everyone's telling him like you can't be an Muslim and a Christian. That's not possible. And he's like, but I am. Like I love Jesus and I love Muhammad. And so I just thought that that was such a cool concept because he wasn't bound. And yeah, you can't be a Christian and a Muslim technically, but he wasn't bound by religion. And a lot of the times I think religion puts you in a box. So I was telling my mom that because I grew up Christian. And sometimes like I've been on a few podcasts and I feel like when I talk about like my upbringing or like my religious background, I feel like and so I do want to say this. I feel like people might take it the wrong way, like I'm bad mouthing Christians or Christianity. I'm not. I actually have a lot of love and respect for it. And to some degree, I would consider myself a Christian, but I don't really identify with some of the beliefs. And I think that, when I got into college, I started questioning like some of the certain beliefs in there. And so for me, I'd say that I'm more of a spiritual person. And so, yeah, I would say that this does have meaning to me. I feel like I go through experiences with this and I feel like I can put my intentions into it. And whether that's real or not, I don't think it really matters because it's real to me, and I find meaning in it.
That's important.
Yeah.
I'll
Even-
talk shit about both, man. Talk shit about Muslims, Christians. I'll talk shit about anybody.
No,
I don't
please
care.
don't. There's
care.
certain people you do not want to talk about.
I don't give a flying hoot. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me what others think about me, man. And it doesn't matter I'm not here to cater to no one. And I'm obviously being a dick right now and a jerk and being facetious. And those who don't understand my humor, well, you know, watch some more podcasts. I think there's differences in the type of people that have beliefs where you're so it's like your identity.
Yeah.
The people whose religion is their identity, you cannot have these conversations with.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for them to see a different point of view. It's very difficult for them to be questioned.
Yeah.
And you could poke holes in their fucking story, and it's just that discomfort. It's like anger, animosity. Like, why the fuck are you not believing what I'm saying? From either side, right? And not either side, because it's not just two, but any type of belief at the end of the day, whether it's politics,
Yeah.
you know, fucking Trumpers, or people who believe, you know, Biden is, you know, the best president, or Kamala, whoever like, there's just these polarizing things that sometimes people believe, right?
Yeah.
And the ones that get mad are the ones I feel, and I may be wrong, but they make that their identity. But most of us don't. Most of us, I don't think, really make it our identity.
Yeah.
Most of us live our day. We want to pay our bills. We want to be happy. We want to be right with the ones that we love. It is something that's important. It's something that's important for most of us, but it's not the most important thing. And you can have conversations with people. I have conversations with people all the time, and I might not believe it, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt me. And I've maybe questioned, depending on how I'm gauging the person, how to ask them certain questions, but I don't see them get offended. I don't see them get irate, but people online do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool story, bro. Like, if you really feel that way and you think that I am someone for those words to actually be like merited to, like, find me on the streets. Like, I ain't hiding. My address is all over the fucking internet. So is my phone number. Like, and those people are very rare. My experience with 99% of people online is positive. Like, 99.9% of people online are positive. People just focus on the negative.
Yeah.
You know, and people take things out of context. They don't know my humor. Like, they don't know your humor, right?
Yeah.
That too. And so,
Yeah.
I think religion, Christianity, you know, Muslim, or, you know, being a Jew. I've been to temple before. I've studied a lot of those things, and it's like, oh, this coincides with this, and then this actually goes with this. Like, oh, like, that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know, then you have people who it's like the word of God, and there's no deviating from it.
Yeah.
Really? You want to cut, like, someone's hand off because they stole something? Like, go do that right now. It was written, you know, or these are stories a long time ago. So it depends on who you're having the conversation with. That that determines, like, the in-depth analysis that you can have on, like, how it affects you or affects them or society and their psychology. But I think it's also important. I look up at the stars, man. Myself.
Yeah.
I look up into the stars, and I look into the past, obviously. And that's a literal statement and a figurative statement. I'm just like, fuck, we're dust. We're stardust. You know? What our bodies are made of, Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about it, is what stars are made of. Right? Those stars, the Big Bang, the explosion that came, created Earth, and the rock formations, minerals, all that shit, and then we came out of it. It's like it's from the stars. We're from the stars.
We are Stardust.
Yes.
What does that mean?
For me, the most astonishing fact is that the molecules that comprise our body are traceable to the crucibles of the centers of stars that manufactured these elements from lighter versions of themselves and then exploded, scattering this enrichment across the galaxy into gas clouds that would later collapse to form next generation star systems. One of those star systems was ours. These atoms and molecules are in us because, in fact, the universe is in us. And we are not only figuratively, but literally stardust.
Yeah.
But then I also understand the concept of God and the Trinity, and I understand like Muhammad and Jesus, and he was also a prophet, and and then you have like the Old Testament on Judaism, and then the New Testament. So it's very important to people. I just dislike that people can't have conversations about it.
Yeah.
And you got to be respectful for what somebody else believes. I'm still gonna make fun of you as a friend, because I think we should.
Yeah.
But I'm also gonna respect that that's what worked for you, man. Like that's what
Exactly.
carries you through life. That's what gives your life meaning.
Yeah.
And that's important. We find meaning in many things. Someone could be not religious, but they're very into music, and music is life, and that's how they find that peace in their heart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I ain't scared. You can't be scared to be yourself, man. People have given you shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, well, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but like, it's more so with Muslims. Sometimes there have been instances throughout history where when people speak out negatively against them, it doesn't end in the best way possible. It ensues in violence.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with any religion. I think all of them have beauty, and I think that, kind of like you were saying, when you even when I was like super Christian, I always like Superman, like super Christian. When even because I saw Superman,
super Christian.
Yeah. Even when I was like super Christian, I always had a very open mind, and so I was always really just a seeker of truth. So for me, it's like, okay, I see like there's this concept in Hinduism and the same concepts in the Bible, but they have different names. And then if you talk to like a Hindu and a Christian, they start arguing. And it's like, you guys are just arguing over semantics. You're literally talking about the same thing. It just has a different name. It's written in a different language.
Right.
And that's what I don't get people. But I think the thing that keeps people like so close-minded is that they're just like so scared of annihilation. They're like scared, like, I'm going to go to hell, or I'm going to, whatever's going to happen to me after I'm dead, whatever different religions believe. And I think that really keeps people in this box, in a matrix, and not able to like think freely.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I'm not one of them.
I feel, you know what I feel? I feel like, I mean, I believe in God, but I feel like if there's really a God, and this God is like good and loving, and I think it would want us to question. I think it would want us to figure out what's going on, and to have these deep philosophical questions, because I think if there's this force that created the universe, as complex as it is, why can't I have thoughts that question the complexity of it all? I think for me to just ignore it and act like nothing's going on is more disrespectful than me questioning it. That's just me, though.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and they were telling me, have you seen what's going on in the streets? You need to be strapped.
The streets? What's going on?
I'm like, what's going on in the streets, Doug?
I didn't see anything.
What's going on in the streets? Like, what the fuck? What did I miss? Like, then they said something happened in a particular city, like, someone got carjacked, and and I understand the concern, right? I understand of violence, right? People, do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I also don't watch the news. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson to not watch the news. And my life is good. My life is good. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my belly. People I love. And what, eternal damnation? Really? You want me to think about eternal damnation when I got to pay my goddamn bills? Like, whatever, bro. Or antiquated views of, someone's gay. It's like, oh, it's against God. I think maybe the church, or I think religion, some they're more accepting. They're more. That's a forward progress.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what the fuck do I care what anybody else does? Like, be happy.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
care either.
be happy. Like, what? But there was someone who told me the other day, oh, you wouldn't understand. You're not, and I forgot what nationality they were. Yeah, I think it was a nationality. You wouldn't understand. You're not this.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, you know what? You're right. I don't fucking get it. Like, I'm sorry for you. Like, I feel sorry for you that you're having to appease your parents.
Yeah.
And like, I got to get married by a certain time. I got to have a child by a certain time. It's like, damn, dude, what the fuck? That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. And not again, and not as a parents, religion, and then again, political views. I had a friend of mine say yesterday, if Trump doesn't get elected, what is this? It's civil war. And
they said that when he was out of office, there's going to be civil war.
And I just told him, I said, hey man, in a very loving way, stop watching the fucking news. Focus on paying your bills and taking care of your wife, and like, stop watching that shit. Because again, when you watch those news outlets, it's you just get caught. They catch you.
Yeah.
Because there are valid concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, 100% valid concerns. A lot of the times, not all the times. But I don't need to see, and I was talking about this with Diego the other day, I don't need to see horrors that are going on elsewhere. I know they exist.
Yeah.
I know they exist. I know there's bad people out there. I know that there's, certain economic things are not the way that they should be, or religious or political things are not the way that they should be. Left, right, or the robberies that they're doing at certain facilities, right?
Yeah.
And just smash and grabs. Okay, cool, but I wake up, I have my coffee, have a cigarette, hang out with my puppies, come to work with clients, go to lunch, very cordial with people. I have fun, I laugh, I smile, go on social media, I go home, watch TV.
Yeah.
Look, I have a beautiful fucking life. What do I care if some fucking store got robbed? Stores get robbed all the fucking time.
That's true.
What do I care?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, the whole thing of like that religion, I think people should do what makes them happy. At the end of the day, it's your life, it's your heart, it's your eternal damnation. But allow, just like you want others to allow you to be yourself, you should allow others to fail in their own life at their own pace and at their own way.
Yeah.
And that should be fine. Like, I'm Christian and you're Muslim, or vice versa. Like, but obviously not everybody's just going to get that message. That's okay.
Yeah. I agree.
For me, man, certain things have value and meaning just like that for you. And like, for example, Diego gave me this. It's funny.
That's cool. I like that.
It's like, I saw it on my, that's me, that's Diego, that's Miguel. But
cool.
he sent me a message. He goes, hey, I left you something at the house. So it's the first time wearing it today.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I love wolves too.
You do?
Yeah, I like a wolf and the Black Panther. Those are my two favorite animals.
So if you were an animal, you'd be a wolf or a Black Panther?
I'd be the Black Panther.
If I was an animal, I would be a tiger.
It's a good one.
Yeah, tigers are fucking crazy, man. Anything that you'd like to impart lastly into your audience other than the fact that you got those dope ass fucking shoes?
Thank you. Appreciate that. I got these in Paris.
Did you?
Yeah.
I saw those pictures when you went to Paris.
Yeah.
I like them.
Thanks.
I'd wear some boots like that though.
That would be cool.
Yeah, if I had yeah, that would be dope. I
Yeah.
bet you they do have some boots.
I bet
like
they
that.
do.
What kind of shoes are those?
Christian Louboutin.
Louis Vuitton?
No, Louboutin. It
Lou-
sounds like Louis Vuitton, but it's Louboutin.
Louis Vuitton?
Louboutin.
Louis
Vuitton.
Vuitton.
Christian Louboutin.
Is that like Louis Vuitton?
So he's
Or
actually
is it a different
no. His name is Louboutin. Like that's his actual name. So
Louboutin?
yeah, Louboutin. So he is
I like those socks.
thanks. He's an Egyptian man
Uh-huh.
that was adopted by a French family, and the French family. Actually, I lied. He wasn't. So I believe what happened was his mother was having an affair with the man working on that roof at their house, and that's how he was birthed, I believe. So he grew up a Louboutin because
You're
he
making up shit now.
no he thought they thought that his mom's husband was his father, but his father was actually the guy on the roof, which was the Egyptian guy, Christian Louboutin. And then anyways, he grew up and he created this company, and they're more famous as Red Bottoms. That's what they're known as. And yeah, so I got these in Paris because that's where they're from.
Is that the LV logo? Like people wear those belts that have like an LV logo?
No, so this is LB, like boy.
So what's a LV?
That's Louis Vuitton.
Oh yeah, that one.
One of my things came off. Oh my gosh. One of my spikes.
Oh, just
I'm going to have to hit them up. I think they'll fix them for me.
really?
That's the thing about when you buy expensive things, they fix them for you. Yeah.
Yeah, my shit. I just go get another one. So hold on, that is not the same as this.
No.
So who copied who?
They sound the same, but they're different. I know.
So who?
They're
no,
both French.
Which one came out first?
Louis Vuitton did.
That one.
Yes.
This guy's a poser.
That's his name. That's his actual name.
So it's Louis Vuitton.
It's Lou. It's
Let me see, let me
it's
see.
Lou Vuitton.
No, right here.
Oh.
Give me-
It's Christian Louboutin. It's
Does it
LOU.
say it on here or no?
Yeah, it's in cursive. See, that's CLB. Certified Lover Boy, and this is Louis Vuitton.
What? I thought it was yeah, I'm not into none of that
It's
stuff.
confusing, I know. Guys, I lost my spike, man. Come on.
That's crazy. I did not know. Yeah, so I thought it was the same thing as that one.
No.
I'm like, what the fuck? I've been saying Louis Vuitton wrong this whole time.
No, you're right. You're just
Louis. This one's what? Say it one more time.
Lou LU. It's LOU. Lou
Lou
Vuitton.
Vuitton.
And this is Louis. It's spelled like Louis Vuitton.
That is a fucking lawsuit. How the fuck are you gonna come out with spiky ass shoes? Like, no, that's a lawsuit.
That's his last
Fuck all
name,
that.
though. That's his last name. He didn't make it up.
Well, fuck it. If they trademarked it, then fuck your last name. When you're going back to
That'd be a good clip.
yeah, to France.
France.
You said France, right? Or Paris?
Yeah, France. I'll probably go back next year.
Yeah. You liked it out there?
Love France. I would live there. I will live there one day. I'll probably live there for like a few months. I would like to live in Europe for a few years, actually.
Okay.
I'm a very nomadic person. I want to live in Nepal. I want to live in Peru and be a shaman. I want to be a monk. I want to do it all.
If money wasn't an item, would you just travel the world?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. That's why I want to buy real estate, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I would want to do it in different ways though, man. I would want to just backpack throughout the world. Like nothing lavish. I want to live with the people, eat what they eat, go to historic sites, just like see the world.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about being on the beach, like, oh, with my margarita or whatever. Nah.
Yeah, me either.
It's just, damn, dude, I'm gonna die soon. That's always in the back of my mind. I live that way. I'm gonna die soon, even though I'm gonna die when I'm 110. That's the goal.
I'm
110.
gonna outlast you 1 year. I want to
Oh,
go
yeah?
to 111.
111.
That's my lucky number, so I want to live to 111 years.
I said 110.
Yeah.
So okay. So you can take my ashes to Nepal.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like I know I got a lifetime ahead of me, man. It's life is short, life is long. That's always my perspective with the concept of duality.
That's
but,
great. That's a great thought.
dude. Fucking yesterday was forever ago. How much shit I did yesterday? I was in Huntington Beach. Well, first of all, I had WeRep, the meeting with the mayor of Eastvale, 2,500 units coming to Eastvale, residential
Wow,
units.
that's huge.
Then I was in Rancho. So it's a Rancho to Fontana, to Huntington Beach,
It's a lot.
to Whittier, back to Fontana, back to Rancho.
That's a lot, dude.
So, dude, my days are fucking.
That's 3 counties.
My days are so jam packed that yesterday just feels like a week ago.
Yeah.
So that's why I had that perception of life is long, right? Like my days are long, and if you feel life is short, then maybe you haven't done enough. You know,
Yeah.
Maybe you haven't told someone you love them. Maybe you haven't had your heart broken. Like life is fucking long. I've had my heart broken many times, and so I've loved people many times.
Yeah.
And then the other piece is life is short. You know, like because I can't fucking travel the world in a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be nice to start off at the tip of fucking what is it? Where Argentina is or Brazil or like all the way at the bottom and then just go all.
Is it Chile? No. Peru? No. I don't know.
I'm fucking stupid. So I
was literally looking at like South America yesterday and I don't even know.
Yeah, there's so many places down there that have like I mean there's just so much, dude. So fucking much. And it's interesting. And so much history and human civilization to me is a fucking wonder. It's wonderful what we've been through, what we've gone through as a whole, and to get to see these places, it's just like, fuck, this is dope. Like, go to Machu Picchu and shit.
Oh, I want to go there.
Go to so many places. Then hit the islands, right, and then go to Europe, and obviously, so one of these days, maybe I'll do it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do it vicariously through you. At least in France. I think what I can tell you about what I've known from you since I met you is that you are a thinker. You're in your head, but being in your head is good and it's good and it's bad. And I appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, I met you many years ago when you were doing a lot of music and you were selling real estate, and you have this jovial sense about you on the outside, but I know that there's always been a little bit more deeper than that, right? I don't mind uncomfortable conversations, and I think when I met you, I was able to identify that this is a kid that is willing to be vulnerable sometimes because you opened up.
Yeah.
And so I think here you shared some stuff that I can relate to, and I wish you all the best and success on the journey on the wholesaling, the real estate, with your child, with not being fat anymore, with finding your fucking stud on your shoe.
Yeah, thank you. It's the most important.
Yeah, man, I'm really happy for you. You know, you seem happy and in a better place, and stop giving a fuck what anybody thinks about you. Just love yourself, man.
Yeah, man. I have to thank Lil Wayne.
Is that real? Are you serious?
Lil Wayne changed my life, man.
Are you serious?
I'm actually serious.
Okay, so let me see. Why? How?
Well, should I get into that? Are we done? I know we're heading out. So I just feel like I couldn't be myself for so long, and then one time, I won't get too deep into it, but you know, a big part of me discovering just the tip. Remy, that's for my friend.
Oh, okay.
A big the things I say on camera sometimes. It's like only like if people watch the interviews I do when they see them, I just like the last one I did. I'm like I said way too much on there. Anyways,
Hold on. So there's nothing wrong with it because again,
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
piss people off.
So this is the thing, man. You're not doing it for anyone. You're doing it because you're talking to me.
Yeah,
You're
I
in the
guess.
moment. I know your sense of humor. I know what you're talking about. You're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't beat yourself up because what others might say or not say, man, or believe that you're trying to convey. I
Thank
got
you.
you, Playboy. I know what's up.
Let's do this. Little
What's
Wayne.
up, Remy?
Let's finish with Little Wayne here.
Yeah, let's go.
So a big part of me like discovering myself and loving myself more and becoming, I'd say, more happy and not having depression or what did I used to have? Oh, anxiety. See, I don't even remember. Was psilocybin. And so one night I had some psilocybin with myself, and I just got called as this is probably like frowned upon in the spiritual community. I probably shouldn't be listening to rap music, but I did. And so I wanted to be in junior high again. So I put on some Lil Wayne, and I listened to Lil Wayne, and I was just like, oh my God. He said this line where he was like going against me as atheist. He was like calling himself like a god, but like a rap god. But it was the way he said it.
Going against me as atheist.
Yeah.
That's the line?
Something like that.
Okay.
It's like the way he delivered it though. And then I just heard like all the instruments. And then I just realized like Lil Wayne, like sometimes he'll say things that are like kind of corny or kind of funny, but he doesn't care. He's like 100% himself. And he just gets his message out there. And so from that moment that I had with psilocybin and Lil Wayne changed my life. Like that is part of why I was able to take my shirt off. It's because of that. It's because I realized like I can be myself. I can love myself. And if I am myself, people will actually love me and accept me for who I am. And if they don't, they're just not meant to be in my life. So one day I would love to meet Lil Wayne and thank him for that experience.
Lil Wayne rocked this fucking the Smith shirt in one of his photo shoots. Yeah.
I love the Smiths.
I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'll fuck with Lil Wayne. It's just not my music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like let's say there's a whole album of like, I don't know what's fucking how many songs are on an album? 10 songs, let's just say.
Yeah.
So I'll probably like one.
Okay.
I'll be okay with 4, and then the rest I'm like, I can't fucking listen to this shit.
Yeah.
You know, but I like beats, and then I can't fucking hear half the things like or understand half the things you're saying. Like, what? I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
You know. But to what I meant to say, or the point of me saying that is that there are really poignant things that people say that sometimes they don't think they say that can resonate with you at any given moment. Like Kanye, for example. I can't stand that guy. I think you like him.
My favorite artist of all time.
He's cuckoo.
Da Vinci level.
But there's a lot of shit. I'm like, damn, he's kind of smart sometimes. Sometimes. The other times I'm just...
He has said some dumb stuff. I'm not gonna...
Yeah. So it's... That's what I tell people. There's so much value in just speaking because you will say something that could potentially resonate with someone else.
Yeah, you're right.
You never know, right?
Yeah.
You never know. But psilocybin and Lil Wayne, that must have been a good trip.
Yeah, it was.
I think sometimes, well, not sometimes, a lot of times music just fucking hits you. And when your mind is open, let's say with something like that, it just creates this logical and emotional connection that just, as soon as it hits, like you're just like free.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like when I had that experience, it kind of like took me, it was almost like I was in a time machine. I was like in junior high again, and I felt what it was like to be in junior high again. But then it's like all of like the pain that I experienced and the bullying that I experienced in junior high.
Did you ever get thrown in a trash can?
No.
I used to throw people in trash cans.
That's terrible. You know, it's funny because I think I kind of bullied people too. It was like this weird thing. But yeah, no, just like going back into that moment, it was like, I'm reliving this again, and like I could just be myself. It doesn't matter what anyone says about me or anything. And so like, yeah, that was just like, I know it might sound funny, and it kind of does sound funny, but it really was like a life-changing experience.
Well, it doesn't sound funny, man. Stop doing that. It doesn't sound funny because, well, it is funny. At the end of the day, like your experience is your experience.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Your experience is your experience. Like I, it's funny. I say the same thing, but I try to catch myself. I watch a lot of fucking cartoons.
Okay.
I love cartoons.
Yeah.
Last night, I was watching the Justice League, Junior Justice League or something like that. And so, all the fucking DC Justice League characters, but I was telling Anika that I was watching a cartoon where Wonder Woman kills someone. As she kills them, it's basically like I have the person, the demon. It's the demon from Constantine that she kills. He says, "I lived a good life. I regret nothing." This is a fucking cartoon. And she just stabs him and fucking kicks him over a ledge. And as he's falling, he says, "I regret nothing." And I'm thinking, like, motherfucker. Why are you saying that in a child's cartoon?
They put deep stuff in cartoons.
They do. And he just made me go on this journey in my mind of like, am I living a good life? I regret nothing. I gotta live that way.
Yeah.
I just gotta live. I know, again, you're a good person. You're a good father. You have good intentions. So, like, the judgment of others of what I'm doing in my life, it's almost like the self-judgment and it's like the internal judgment that we have. It's not even the judgment of others sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when we post something on social media, then we take it down or like, fuck. I don't necessarily do that anymore. But people don't give a flying fuck what you do. Like, you're not that important.
You're right.
You're that important in your own head.
Yeah.
I think about this all the time. Like, I fucking hate washing dishes, bro.
So do
I
I.
hate it. But every time I wash the dishes, I imagine that my neighbor's looking at me. And the thoughts in my head, I'm like, this is my neighbor. Oh man, he's such a good dishwasher. Look at the way he cleans that plate. So I'm having this talk of like what my fucking neighbor is, saying about me, but in reality, my neighbor ain't fucking watching me wash dishes.
Yeah.
It's midnight. I'm in my underwear washing dishes. No one's paying attention to me. No one cares about me. No one's looking.
Yeah.
I'm not that important. And same thing on social media. People see your story like, okay, cool. They go on about their fucking day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't think about anyone's story. Yeah,
no, we don't. But we're like, fuck, like, was it the right picture? Was it the right angle? Or did I say the right thing? Just like what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Did I open up too much? Like, people don't sit there and fucking analyze you that way. We do. That other you that's back there critiquing, self-doubt, self-deprecation, it's you.
Yeah.
It's not them. It's you. So I encourage people to be themselves. I encourage them, obviously, but at your own pace.
Yeah.
But at your own pace. Because sometimes I do see people get online and they're vulnerable and they're like losing their shit. I'm just like, maybe you shouldn't be fucking hitting the record button right now.
Yeah.
Because that's a little too extreme. It's finding balance.
For sure.
But understanding that it's a journey, man. And that's one of the toughest parts that I have a challenge with, understanding that it's a journey. It's a fucking journey and I already want to get there.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. Like, I want to be there already. But it's constantly reminding myself it's just another day. It's just another day. I got blessed with another day and I keep going another day and we'll see what happens this day. There's certain things that I want to happen, but who knows? I might drive home and die today.
Man, that's a. I mean, it's reality. That is a possibility.
This fucking hurricane that I don't know where the fuck it is might drown me tonight.
Yeah, they're saying it's here, but I don't see it.
I don't see it either. But again, I might die. Like, it's just you don't think about it. You don't think about it. Most people don't think about it. I think about it often.
I do too, actually.
You think about death?
Yeah, my album's about dying, actually. That I'm working on right now. It's about me dying.
Why? Why is that?
Because I've always been obsessed with the idea since I was a kid.
About dying?
Yeah. So like,
what do you think happens when you die?
I don't know what I believe in right now. That's what I was kind of like that long story I told earlier. I was telling my mom I don't know what I believe in. I think when you die, I think you live on. I think it's just a transitioning from this body into your actual body, which is just the soul. I don't know where you go though, because that's the big question, right? Like, do you go to hell? Do you go to heaven? Are you reincarnated? I don't know. I don't know what I believe in right now. Still trying to figure that out, but I don't know. I like the idea of reincarnation, but I understand it doesn't matter what I like. It's like I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So
pick a car. Pick a car. Yeah, that's I am afraid of eternal darkness.
Mm.
I am afraid of not existing.
Do you think you don't exist anymore?
Nah.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's why I fear death.
Wow.
I fear the silence. And my mom's like, the fuck, you think you'll be alive? like you think you're gonna know that you're dead? I'm like, but what if I am? Like that's the fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I love nature.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like, I'll go out in the patio and hang out there with the trees, and like I see this little plant that I have right there, which is a fake one, but it looks pretty.
Oh, I thought it was real.
Yeah, it's a fake one.
Yeah, it looks real.
And so I won't get to see that anymore.
Yeah.
Like I won't get to see the colors that I get to see right now. And to know that it's just gonna be fucking gone, man. Like I won't get to see my brothers, I won't get to see my parents, I won't get to see the sunrise. Like all these things that I value that are minuscule to most people and trivial, I value so much. Like my dogs, seeing them. I go out at night and I look up at the stars, and once you're dead, it's like it's gone. That's my thought.
Yeah.
And so that's why I fear death.
That makes sense.
I don't want to leave all the beauty that's here. I won't be able to see what humans can accomplish 1,000 years from now.
Yeah.
I won't be able to see technologies. I won't be able to see fucking flying cars. Like, I wish I could. I've always said I wish I could be a fucking vampire. Someone come suck on my neck. Let's go. I want to live forever. I wish I could fucking live forever. And then someone said, well, wouldn't that suck because everybody around you would die? Okay. But I lived. I don't give, like, they died, okay, great. But
it's like meeting new friends. You just meet new people.
Yeah, dude. I wish I could live forever.
People are going to die, right? Like your parents are going to die. Like everyone's going to die around you anyways, regardless.
I look at my dogs right now and I'm just like, man, this motherfucker's going to die soon.
Yeah.
My dad, my mom.
It's hard.
It's like they're going to, and obviously the older you get, the more people you lose, right?
Yeah.
It's natural. And logic goes out the window when it happens. Like, I'm a pretty logical person, but like when it starts to happen, it's like, fuck. I wish I could live forever. I wish I could have these relationships forever. But I've gone through my Facebook sometimes to invite people to charity events, right? Send out invites. And as I'm scrolling to click on them, it's like, that person died. And scroll, that person died. Scroll, that person died. And it's a lot. And again, obviously it happens because I'm older, right? I'm getting older and people are starting to pass away.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking die, bro. I don't want to fucking die. So people who are religious, Muslim, let's say, or Christian, they have a leg up on me because
they have something to look forward to.
they do. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just like, motherfuckers, man. I hate you guys. You get a bunch of virgins and you get to hang out with Jesus. I'm fucking over here thinking like, man, I want to be in the ground like, come get me out.
That's so funny.
Death is, I was talking to my tattoo artist yesterday. We were talking about the piece on my back. And we keep going over kind of like different ideas and stuff. But one of the things is Anubis, right? The Egyptian god of death, the one that helps you cross over. I remember when I was in 6th grade, they made us dress up like Egyptians, like in one of my history classes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come dress as, you know, like different cultures that we were studying, ziggurats and, you know, pyramids and all that shit. And I think I remember learning about Anubis then. And the Egyptian gods and Osiris and Horus and all that stuff. So yeah, death is I fear it. I don't welcome it. Other people have told me, well, you just go to a different place. You know, your body. This is a shell, which I believe that. Like in my mind, I believe this is a shell. This is a vehicle.
Yeah.
This is just what you get to drive. Right? God said, or you know, whatever you believe in said, hey, motherfucker, this is your ride right here.
Yeah.
Take care of it. You know, take care of it. This is the only ride you get. But then when you die, it's like, what happens to this motherfucker?
Yeah.
What happens to this consciousness? And some have told me, which again, it's people that are not religious, like on the Christian side or Muslim side, but are more spiritual. They're like, oh, you know, like you go into reincarnation or you go into another dimension and you still exist. Energy is never created or, you know, destroyed. Right? The science stuff. So it's like, if you can't destroy your consciousness, then it still exists. It exists somewhere.
Yeah.
But my dad said, he goes, I believe that. I believe that, you know, energy can't be destroyed. He said, I still don't want to die. And I still don't want to not see you guys. I think, he goes, I'd probably turn into a ghost and come check in on you and your brothers because I want to make sure you guys are okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happens, man. Who knows? Maybe we become fucking artificial plants.
Who knows?
I just don't want to find out.
Maybe you'll become a tiger in your next life.
I don't want to find out. That's the whole point.
Man.
I don't want to find out.
Well, if we live on, I'll be sure to find you in the afterlife.
Someone told me that.
Or maybe this is us finding each other again.
Yeah. Someone told me that. The same thing. I'll find you.
Yeah.
Like if that's what it is, I'll find you. Well, what if he fucking can't? It's like, I will. I'll find you. All right. I'll take that. That's all we can do, right?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I think we're done, right?
Yeah, that was good.
For now?
That was good.
You like it?
I did. Part 1.
Part 1.
Maybe there will be a part 2 one day. I don't know.
Go follow Joel's Got the Keys.
Thank you.
You're still Joel's Got the Keys?
I am.
Joel's Got the Keys on Instagram. You doing TikTok or no?
You know, it's like sometimes I do, and I just can't get into it, man. I need to, I know.
What's your OnlyFans? Let them know. Drop the name.
Also, Joel's Got the Keys.
Okay. What about your Feet Finder?
What's that?
Feet Finder?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bro. You haven't subscribed to my account?
No, what's that?
That's where I take feet pics.
That's a thing? I'm going to have to go on there. Just
Dudes
kidding.
are fucking weird, bro. They're willing to pay for some weird shit. So yeah, go follow Joe's Got the Keys on Instagram. Part 1 in the books. Mixtape coming soon.
Yeah.
And if you need a good wholesaler, hit up my boy right here.
I got deals.
He got deals. Handle, bro.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Yo, check it out, check it out. They wanna know who is he, what is he about? They wanna know what he's worth, what is the amount? Is a man valued by the dollars in his bank account? Well, I don't know.